follow up with you a little bit on the Brandon stuff. Say you talked to him a few times. What have you seen from a confidence standpoint from him as the season's gone through?
Well, I think, he's gotten to the point where he said, I'm going to throw aside what everybody thinks, what everybody says, and I'm going to enjoy being a quarterback for the University of Arkansas, not take a day for granted. I think you get more and more confidence if you kind of find that thing internally. And he definitely had a great game this Saturday, and I think it'll be a turning point for him.
Said that you were advised, I guess, to speak after the Alabama game. Kind of who advised you?
Well, I wasn't advised at what to say, but that I needed to address the media, and that I just needed to not take any questions, but to just kind of give a statement on behalf of the team and where we were. And I had said some similar words to that in the locker room, and I think. I think the people in the locker room might have took it differently than the people within the media, because I said that, just before I addressed the media. So that's kind of what happened.
Was that trial or?
No, it was our media department.
Oh, not by the head coach?
No.
You think you had to work to earn some guys' trust again after that? Then
after that, no. I think because I talked about that in the locker room. No, I don't think that was it. To bring that back up again. I mean, we're 2 years past that, but that wasn't, I don't think, a defining point for that season. It was a frustrating point. I think if you rewinded a week before that, maybe that was more so that.
It was interesting to hear you say that in the A&M game that you guys came back from so far back and you threw for 500. That in the back of your mind, you're going, man, if I screw up something, I could get out. How's that
well,
work?
I think it was like that. That was just Bobby's way. I mean, there were times where, as good of a quarterback as Ryan was, that he would use me as motivation for Ryan. And I remember on several occasions him telling Ryan, Tyler's going to warm up. And that was just the way that Coach Petrino did things, and it always kept you on your toes, and it kept you hungry.
Have you spoken to him since he's left here?
A couple times, and he's invited me if I needed to work out or if I needed to come anything. The facilities are open there in Louisville, and Coach McGee is with him as well. So that's always a connection to have.
It's an interesting, I don't know if you call it a dichotomy or whatever, that a guy who's so tough on you, and yet when you reflect back on it, you were very pleased that you had went through the experience.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a tough dad in a lot of ways. At the time it stings. I think there's two kinds of discipline. There's the pain of discipline, and then there's pain of regret. And in his terms, it's more of the pain of discipline.
Just a little more on Brandon. Watching what did you think of his performance on Saturday, especially just kind of managing? It's obviously a very different kind of offense.
Right. It looked like they got him outside the pocket a little more, and that. I think in a lot of ways getting a quarterback outside to see, and also it kind of makes him feel comfortable because he's got an escape plan. If it's not there, I can run because you're already on the run, and you can throw the ball away a little better on the run. And if you got a guy open, I don't think being on the run's much different than having your feet square if you're an athlete. So Brandon's obviously athletic enough to do that.
What's it like to see them get the monkey off the back as a team? Because you were at the top and at the bottom the next year. I mean, how tough is that?
Right. Well, I think you saw it from everybody. I mean, you saw the way everybody stormed the field. And I tell you what, I think they play really well for the staff. I think the staff does a great job of keeping them motivated every single week and keeping them in games. And we knew the door was going to break at some point, and I think we were all excited to see it happen this Saturday.
Have you ever met Bielema at all?
Yeah, I've talked with him a few occasions. Yeah.
How does Tyler Wilson stay motivated right now, and what are you doing to keep yourself ready in case a call comes?
Well, I've experienced it all, and so I've kind of seen what it's like on the inside of the NFL. And you also know what it's like being back here and how you feel and how it makes you feel. And I think being steady, having solid ground makes me feel more comfortable, makes me feel happiest. So we'll see what happens there. I think that there's always a reason for things, and you just give it your best shot, and things will turn out the way they're supposed to. So I'm motivated by just the sheer nature of me, I guess.
What's the last month and a half been like without football? Without the steadiness of football that you've had?
Well, it's given me a chance to do a lot of things that I haven't had the chance to do. Duck season's coming up. I'm excited. Maybe a chance to kill a duck for the first. Don't tell too many people that, but yeah, it's kill a duck for the first time. I mean, just be outside, hang around, people that you hadn't seen in a while, and that all that kind of stuff's interesting to me. And you're kind of locked down to football for the past 7 or 8 years, or even since high school.
Pal, do you think that given that season with all the injuries and everything that happened, does John L. get a little bit of a bad rap for being playing for all of that?
Absolutely, I think so. And I was very careful when I was up here to give criticism, because it is a difficult job, and there's no handbook on how to handle it. It's just there's an opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion. That's why these talk shows are able to be in existence. And so, it's just a tough spot. Yeah.
Having played with Brandon Allen that 1 year, had he been able to stay in a system like he was in, could he have had more success and sooner, do you think, as a quarterback?
He might have. I mean, I think continuity is 100% the dictator in success at the quarterback position. People that have an opportunity to learn under somebody and stick within a consistent offense have a much greater chance of success.
I'm assuming were you watching the game from a box too?
I was all over the place. I almost had to watch it on TV, but
well, seeing the post-game scene, but obviously something you didn't have when you were here.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think, just kind of soaking that all in, seeing that scene down there?
It was you could tell by the players reacted that they were just it will be a memory that lasts in their brains forever, and that's something that's exciting as a college athlete to have. They will forever be able to grab a finger and point to that date as a special memory in their college career. And I think that's what's cool about it as a player's perspective and a coach's perspective. You're excited that the fan base and the people around you are still as inspired by what you bring to the table, and confident that you can execute the job and continue to be successful long term.